Let me say a couple things about where we are. This is right after Easter. We had 1,873 folks here for Easter, which is the most we've ever had in church. Particularly of interest to us is the fact that we were completely maxed out at 9:30. I mean, this sanctuary was full. People were sitting up here in the choir. All the choir seats were full. People were sitting out in the doorways and folding chairs. And then the youth room where you were preaching and another band was in there, it was completely full. And then we took folding chairs in there to cram in some more people. So here's what we know. We got to do something between now and next year to make some more space. Now, it's unlikely that we can get our new building built by then, but it does highlight the need that we have to have more worship space available, particularly for that hour.
And what we saw that we aren't yet full at 11.
Right.
That we still have room to grow there.
So we're always encouraging folks to leave the 9:30 service and go to 11 o'clock. That you'll have the same experience, the same preacher, the same music, and you'll do the great work of breaking loose a seat for somebody new that we're trying to reach. So let me say something about the building, since I mentioned that. That's long term. That's going to be our solution to a lot of the needs that we're faced with now. We're just finishing up a thing called a statement of work that describes everything that we're looking for in this building. The chairman of our trustees, Jeff Leptron, has put an enormous amount of work in this, so thank you, Jeff. But this is going to be going out publicly for bidding in the next few weeks. And so within a few weeks, we should be getting some ideas back from companies about exactly what do the dollars look like that we're going to need to build this building. We have some over $300,000 that's already been given. People have made commitments, are following through on that. So we have the money in hand to do the drawings and get the permits. And so we're moving forward with the second phase. It's going to be the best we can do. It's going to be a year and a half away. So we don't really have any illusions that we can have this ready by next Easter. But soon after that, maybe. And then finally, let me say something about the church finances, because those of you who make contributions to the church will be getting a quarterly report here, since the first quarter is just finished. And when you get that quarterly report of your giving, there'll be a letter in there from me talking about introducing our campaign for the ministry budget of the church. We often do this in the fall. We did not last year because we were doing the campaign for the building, but we really need commitments from our people toward the ministry budget of the church to pay for the expenses, the daily expenses of keeping these ministries going and the facilities going. So you're going to be hearing about that real soon, and I hope that you'll start praying about what God wants you to do.
Yeah.
What else, Nick?
Well, I just think I think it'd be good to say a few words about the reports we're getting from the mission field in Durango for the people who are looking at the blog. As you know, Doug's wife, Sandy Pennington, is going to be sort of franchising Hope for the Heart, which is one of the biggest events we do every year, to Mexico, particularly Durango there. But the ladies who are going to receive her, the people in the Durango church, printed up these buttons that said 90 days of focus leading up to when Hope for the Heart is going to be, the Durango version of it. And already in the last couple of weeks since they've printed them, they've had to print a new batch. They've seen more people get involved. They've seen more people come to church. And we've gotten reports of church meetings that have gone on for 4 hours because people have come to faith, wanted to be baptized at that meeting. They'll baptize those people. More people will come up and be converted and want to be baptized. And this is just the first rumblings of getting ready to start thinking about having
I so wish I could be there to see this. I hear that just in these weeks of preparation that dozens of people have come to Christ just as they begin to talk about preparing for Hope for the Heart. So we have a good mission team that's going to be going from the church to help put this ministry on in Durango.
Which is probably one of the first short-term mission trips we've had to cap. It's closed. Nobody else can go.
No room.
Because these women so want to go and help have that there, which is a really great thing.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's it for today. You'll see us again in a couple of weeks.